Hello, friends. Welcome back. We are going to continue with reading and we're going to continue with life lessons and how we can learn from the books that we read. So, we are going to think about that fortune cookie analogy again. When I go to a restaurant and I get a fortune cookie, I don't just read it and say, oh, okay, well, that's a good life lesson, and then crumple it up and throw it away. No, because fortune cookies are like tips on how to live a good life. I usually neatly fold it back up, make sure it's all nice and neat, and then I tuck it into my wallet. Or I sometimes put it in my pocket and I bring it home and I put it in a special box where I keep all my special things. The reason why I do that is because I want to remember the lesson that the fortune cookie is teaching me. This really happened. I'm going to tell you guys a true story. So, one time when I was a little kid, I got a gift for Christmas, and I was expecting the gift to be rollerblades. But when I opened it up, it was socks. I was not excited about it. In fact, that's how I felt. I was pretty upset. But then I thought about my fortune cookie that I had gotten the week before, and it said, be grateful for what you have. So I thought to myself, well, the socks that I have are getting a little bit old and they're getting kind of ready to start having some holes in it. And these socks are pretty cool. I like that they're stripy. So I thought to myself, wow, that lesson from the fortune cookie can help me in this problem in life too. And so I smiled and I said, thank you for the socks. And I was grateful for them. Fortune cookies are like tips on how to live a good life. So we want to remember those lessons. And it's not just fortunes, it's also life lessons from books. You can carry them with you forever. So when you come to a problem in life, think to yourself and remember the tip, the lesson on how you can live a good life. And it might not just be from a cookie, it might be like, oh my gosh, remember when I read Sheila Ray the Brave? This seems like a time where I might need to be brave, just like Sheila Ray. All right, so today what I want to do is I want to teach you to predict the lesson right from the start. Don't just wait until the end of the book. I want you to start thinking at the beginning of the book, I wonder if this is going to be one of those stories that teaches you. Let's really zoom in on that up here. We can start to predict the lesson at the beginning of the book by listening to the story and thinking about what's happening and then saying this to ourselves. Let's read it. I wonder if this is going to be one of those stories that teaches you. I wonder if this is going to be one of those stories that teaches you about something big, a big lesson that we could learn. How to be brave, to try your best, to always think and be respectful to your friends. So let's think. I'm going to try first. My turn first. Okay, so I'm going to start thinking about this book. It's called Are Pirates Polite? And I'm going to use a sentence stem right up here that says, I wonder if this is going to be one of those stories that teaches you that manners are important. If this book is about pirates being polite, I wonder if it's going to be about manners and how that can help us in life. Let's try another one. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this story. And I'm not going to tell you the whole story because we're going to predict what this lesson could be. So you guys are going to listen to me talk about Curious George and the dinosaur and then be thinking in your head, I wonder if this is going to be one of those stories that teaches you. Okay, so this story, Curious George and the dinosaur, is about the time that Curious George went to the museum and he wanders off and he climbs up to the top of the dinosaur and he gets stuck. I wonder if this is going to be one of those stories that teaches you, what lesson do you think you would learn from that? I wonder if this is going to be one of those stories that teaches you to be safe. Is that what you guys thought? I wonder if this is going to be one of those stories that teaches you that rules are important to follow so that you can stay safe. It's another way. I'm not going to tell you guys the end of the story because that's something that you can do on your own. You can check the story when you're done and think, oh, I wonder, was I right? What I thought about in the beginning and what I wondered if it was going to be about, was I right at the end? So always check and see, were you right about what you wondered? So today and every other day, remember, predict the lesson right from the start of the book by thinking it to yourself as you read the beginning. I wonder, stroke your imaginary beard. I wonder if this is going to be one of those stories that teaches you. So now what I want you guys to do is we're going to add fortunes to your books. So you're going to get a story to read. At the beginning, think, I wonder what could this story be teaching me? And then at the end, think, what life lesson did I learn from this? Then you're going to cut a strip of paper and write your lesson down and stick it in your book like a bookmark. So I'll show you ones that I did. Hang on, make myself bigger. I've got Curious George here, and I wrote my lesson. It says, following rules helps you to stay safe. So now I'm going to tuck it inside like a bookmark so that I can keep those lessons, and then they'll help me later in life so that I can remember what I learned from this book. Or if you also have a special box where you keep things that are important to you, you could take this and fold it up and put it in your special box. But if you don't have a special box where you keep special things, put it in the book like a bookmark so you can remember this lesson later. I also have one for Pirates Are Polite. And I wrote down, good manners are important. Now I can keep that lesson and remember it, and it can help me the next time that I'm in a situation where I forget my manners. So today and every other day, I want you to start your book and think about what might this book be going to teach you by saying, I wonder what lesson I might learn from this book. Then when you're done reading it, I want you to go back and I want you to think, reread the ending and think, how did that trouble get fixed? What did the character realize or learn? And then add a fortune to your book. Read for 20 minutes today. Make sure you add some fortunes if you find some lessons in your book. Bye.